What exactly happened to Kim Taehyung, better known as V of BTS, that made millions of armies around the world feel uneasy? Why did a simple photo from inside a studio in Los Angeles spark such a massive wave of concern? And even more startling, why did Jungkook's expressions in recent moments seem unable to hide his anxiety? These questions have now become the center of conversation across social media, making the atmosphere among fans tense and filled with question marks. It all started with a photo that Taehyung posted on his Instagram. The photo shows Taehyung wearing a loose plain t-shirt with a slightly open neck. However, the highlight was not the clothes or the pose, but a clearly visible bruise mark in the shoulder area. Although the photo was not accompanied by an official description, the army quickly noticed something unusual. This news immediately triggered worry, especially for fans who remember Taehyung's past shoulder injury history. Several years ago, during BTS's busy world tour schedule, Taehyung suffered a shoulder muscle injury that forced him to limit certain dance movements. Although he never openly complained, sharp-eyed fans could always tell there were moments when he seemed to be holding back pain. The question arose, has that old injury now returned? What made this news even more puzzling was Jungkook's reaction. In several recent appearances, both in live broadcasts and behind the scenes, the youngest member of BTS seemed more serious than usual. In a short video shared on the group's official account, Jungkook was briefly seen sitting in the corner of the studio room, watching Taehyung with a look full of concern. Netizens speculated that Jungkook was monitoring his bandmate's condition, making sure he wasn't pushing himself. However, from HYBE's official side, there has been no statement clarifying the situation. This silence only fuels more theories among fans. Some believe the injury is just a minor issue from practice or filming, while others are convinced it's a sign Taehyung is facing a more serious physical problem. Some armies have even begun linking this incident to BTS's recent intensive schedules, even though most of their activities are currently on pause as several members are still serving in the military. If this truly is an old injury flaring up again, there is, of course, major concern over its potential impact on BTS's future activities, especially considering the big reunion plans after all members complete their military service. Taehyung is known as someone who rarely complains, even when in pain. However, fans know that health must come first, and they do not want their idol to push himself for work. Interestingly, several fans who were around the LA studio that day claimed to witness a brief interaction between Taehyung and Jungkook. One eyewitness said Jungkook was seen speaking seriously to Taehyung while gently patting his shoulder. That moment, though lasting only seconds, has now become material for armies to analyze as they try to read the body language between the two. Another fact that deepens the mystery is a short post from Taehyung's personal Instagram account just hours after the photo went viral. In that post, he shared a shot of the Los Angeles evening sky with a short caption, "Some days hurt, but we keep going." Although simple, the sentence is widely considered a signal that he is indeed facing something not easy. For longtime BTS fans, this is not the first time they have had to worry about the member's health. The history of injuries and physical strain endured by the group since debut is nothing new. However, whenever one member shows signs of fatigue or injury, ARMY's concern always peaks, especially this time involving Taehyung, a figure known for his energy and efforts to always appear cheerful in public. Jungkook, on the other hand, has always been known to have a close relationship with Taehyung. The two are often seen joking and supporting each other, both on and off stage. It's no surprise that Jungkook's reaction this time has drawn great attention. Many fans believe that the worry reflected on his face is not just ordinary empathy, but a true sign that he knows something more serious is going on. The biggest question hanging over everyone now is, will HYBE soon provide clarification? Or will they let this mystery hang until the public forgets? One thing is certain, ARMY will not easily forget or ignore this photo of Taehyung's injured shoulder. Whatever the cause, this incident has reignited discussions about the physical and mental health of K-pop idols, especially BTS. The pressure of the industry, packed schedules, and high expectations often force artists to sacrifice their health for perfect performances. And now, with BTS's big plans ahead, even the smallest injury can become a big issue. Meanwhile, Twitter, Instagram, and weverse continue to be flooded with messages of support for Taehyung. Armies from various countries sent prayers and wishes for Taehyung's quick recovery. Many also reminded Jungkook to take care of himself, as he too has suffered injuries in the past. As of this report, there has been no official statement from Taehyung or HYBE. However, one thing is clear: a simple photo from inside an LA studio has triggered an extraordinary wave of care. Whether this is just a minor injury or a sign of something bigger, fans still hope Taehyung can get enough rest and make a full recovery. And behind all the speculation and theories circulating, there is one question that cannot be ignored. If this old injury truly has returned, will BTS adjust their big plans for Taehyung's health? Or will Taehyung, as usual, continue to appear strong and hide the pain behind his smile? When a simple photo from inside a recording studio in Los Angeles went viral, some might see it as nothing more than a casual snapshot. But for millions of armies worldwide, that photo was a much larger signal. A sign that made their hearts pound with worry, especially when the camera's focus clearly captured Taehyung's shoulder wrapped in a thin bandage, as if hiding an untold story. This is not the first time a BTS member's health has become a concern, but there is something different about this moment. First, Taehyung is not the type to easily show physical weakness. Throughout his career, he has always maintained an image of boundless energy, with a smile capable of brightening any room. However, the fact that the bandage was clearly visible without any effort to hide it sparked speculation. Was this a subtle signal intentionally given to show he needed recovery time? Or was it purely coincidence, caught on camera without plan? Second, Jungkook's reaction adds a layer of emotional depth to the story. He is known to be close to all members, but his bond with Taehyung has a special dynamic, full of laughter, support, but also quiet yet genuine concern. His serious expression in that brief behind-the-scenes video sparked interpretations across platforms. Many fans believe Jungkook may know more than the public, and his inability to hide his worry is proof of the brotherhood they shared. On the other hand, HYBE's silence becomes fuel for public curiosity. No official clarification, no explanation on whether this is an old injury relapse or a new incident. This silence creates a void quickly filled with theories, ranging from logical to overly dramatic. In the K-pop world, where every small detail can become a global talking point, such uncertainty is always a magnet for attention. Yet, there is a deeper question we should reflect on. How long will the entertainment industry continue to demand physical perfection from its artists without giving them enough space to heal? BTS, despite their peak popularity, are still human beings with physical limits. Injury history, exhaustion, and mental pressure are realities often unseen by the public, but they always leave a mark. Taehyung himself once said in an interview that he doesn't like making fans worry. That statement explains a lot, including why he tends to hide pain. However, for ARMY, knowing their idol is hurt without being able to do anything is a feeling hard to describe. They can only send prayers, messages, and wishes through social media, hoping those words reach him. This moment also serves as a reminder of the solidarity that has always been BTS's strength. From their trainee days until now, they have faced various trials together, including health problems. Whenever one member faces difficulty, the others are always there to support. Jungkook's reaction is a real reflection of that brotherhood, not just colleagues on stage, but family off stage. If this injury truly is an old wound returning, there is a chance BTS's big post-military plans will need to be adjusted. However, perhaps this is the moment for all parties, management, fans, and media, to place the members' health above all ambitions. BTS can delay concerts, adjust choreography, but Taehyung's health cannot be replaced. Amid all the speculation, one thing stands out: the overwhelming care from ARMY worldwide. The trending hashtags were not just internet rituals, but a reflection of the emotional bond built over years. They don't just love BTS's music, they care for each member's well-being. Now, the public waits for the next step. Will HYBE issue an official statement? Will Taehyung appear on a live broadcast to reassure fans? Or will he remain silent, letting time give the answer? Whatever happens, this moment has already left a deep mark in ARMY's hearts. A simple photo has become a symbol of worry, friendship, and the invisible bond linking idols and fans. And as we close this report, one question still lingers in the air, one that may not be answered anytime soon. Will that shoulder injury heal in time? Or is this just the beginning of a new trial for Taehyung? One thing is certain, behind every smile he shows on stage, there may be hidden pain. And behind every caring gaze from Jungkook, there is an unspoken promise to always be by his side, no matter what. The one thing we can be sure of is that ARMY's love and support will never fade. They will continue sending positive energy, prayers, and hope until the day Taehyung stands back on stage with a shoulder fully healed, giving a smile free from hidden pain. Until that day comes, the world will keep watching and waiting. For now, all eyes remain fixed on Taehyung. Every update, every sighting, and every snippet from the studio or social media is being dissected frame by fans desperate for reassurance. Even the smallest gestures, a wave, a smile, a casual sentence, are analyzed for clues about his condition. It's a strange reality of fame. When you are loved by millions, even your silence speaks volumes. Jungkook, too, has found himself at the center of attention. His concern for Taehyung, caught in fleeting glances and subtle interactions, has become a source of both comfort and worry for ARMY. Comfort, because it's proof Taehyung isn't alone in this. Worry, because it confirms that something might truly be wrong. Until clarity comes, speculation will continue to swirl. But one truth stands unshaken. The connection between BTS and ARMY has weathered countless storms, and it will weather this one too. Perhaps when Taehyung returns under the bright stage lights, shoulder strong, smile genuine, the relief felt across the world will be just as viral as the photo that started it all. Until then, ARMY waits, hopes, and believes.